Um, Back in the pickup doing my daily vlog while my Linda is home looking to see how much greenhouse kit is. I think that's what she's doing. Just a second. I'm sitting at the school rather early waiting on children to get out of school. I've been all over the place this morning. Linda and I went and ate breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it, at Los Generales in Davis. I had a steak and she had mushroom quesadillas or something like that. I don't remember. Mine was good, hers not so much so. And when we went home, I had to find my flip phone, which is this, due to me. She found it. She just didn't find it the first time. I went back in the house. And it's supposed to storm this evening for the next 3 days. So I will be taking the children to school and picking them up beginning tomorrow, which is no big deal. I got a text from my brother Chris's roommate, Perry, and my little brother or younger brother is going to be in the hospital for a while yet. They're starting draining fluid off of him today. And that's got me worried, and I'll explain why. Somewhere around 1995, 1996, no, it was before that. 1985, my grandfather, Virgil Lance, died. And a while later, my grandmother, Artie Mae Shockley Lance, died. The thing about my grandmother, this is my birth mother's mother, she had congestive heart failure. And I believe that my brother Chris inherited genetically congestive heart failure from my grandmother. I probably would have, except for one thing. I eat a lot of hot sauce and a lot of hot peppers. Love the stuff. And I do exercise every day. Like my youngest adopted son, Matt, said, I run my mouth. Actually, I do isometrics. I do walk quite a bit, but I do it with walking canes, 2 of them. Chris has sat for 30 years doing jewelry, and that's hard on your body when all you do is sit and not get any kind of exercise at all. I'm worried about him. I'll just be real blunt about it. The last year my grandmother was alive, for that year period, she was in and out of the hospital while they were draining fluid off of her constantly. And then one day she went into the hospital and she never came out. She died at Mercy Hospital in Ardmore, Oklahoma. I hope I am wrong, but I feel like Christopher is rapidly approaching that. He's not afraid of dying. I think he actually wishes he would. But he has obligations. He's got an obligation to his granddaughter, Lily. I'm going to try to get a hold of him on a phone this evening and talk to him about that. And I need to ask him if there is anything I can do for him. If there is and I can do it, I will. You know, facing death is no big deal for me. I've faced it many times. I've actually been dead a few times. And I don't believe it's that big a deal for my brother Chris either. The problem is the mess we leave behind us when we go. And that is a problem. I've been trying to sort through things in my mind and figure out what I can do. When I get home, after I pick the children up, I will upload this vlog. You know, I got to get a drink of water. It's not water in the styrofoam cup. Like right now, I'm observing little children hopping, skipping, jumping, going from one classroom to another. And that, watching that, gives me so much joy. It makes my heart lighter. It really does. It's kind of like yesterday. My son Chris worked on my van. We've got to change the transmission screen and transmission fluid in it. Then I've got to see if I can find a way to attach a handle to help people pull themselves up into the truck, mainly for my brother Chris. If I have to go get him in that van, then that would be, the van's lower to the ground than the Navigator, especially lower to the ground than this pickup. It's a very comfortable truck, and after the screen and fluid is changed in it, it'll go anywhere I want to go in it. It's just been trying to chase down all the little things that need to be repaired on it or replaced, and we've been doing that a little at a time. But it's a work in progress. But getting back on track, what I was talking about, little children, there's a little child named Lily that is Chris's granddaughter, and she needs him. And he's liable to tell me to shut up and not bother him again when I remind him of that fact, but it is a fact. She needs what he can impart to her. Word of advice to others: try not to leave a mess in your wake. If you're, try to have your life organized so that things are taken care of. That's what I'm working on right now, is trying to do that. I've got to revise my last will and testament for a few things. Um, and, you know, I was reminded of little kids. I'm going to switch gears to another kind of kid, a baby goat. Every day I go by and I check on my friend Matt's little Jenny donkey. She's great, big, pregnant, and real wide. And I worry about her not being able to safely deliver the baby inside her. And I'm hoping she doesn't have twins. And I'm hoping she's not got a baby in her that's breech side to side rather than fore and aft, where it would have a problem getting out of the birth canal. When you have animals, they can be a real pain in the posterior. But one of the goats had a baby goat that's black and white. When I pulled up in the van yesterday, I was out driving it. My son Benjamin plugged the right front tire, and so I was using that drive to properly seat the plug. I had a screw in the tire. But anyway, while I was out driving, I went by to look at the Jenny donkey to see how she was doing, and there was Diane Pletcher, my best friend Jerry's wife. And she was out there taking pictures, and we had a real pleasant conversation. But that little black and white kid goat was just a bouncing and having all kinds of fun. And then Diane told me about one time she caught someone in one of their cabins trying to steal a baby goat, and she made them put it back. And I've, you know, Diane will never admit it, but I think she's just as big a critter lady as my wife is. She just doesn't get to do it. But she was over there. Jerry was over there doing something later, and then Matt and Jose, Chad, and Juliet showed up, all friends of mine. And it was kind of neat. Well, anyway, I left and went home. Today, when I spoke with Matt, I was in this pickup. I was parked over at the cabins by Buffalo Gap, Lodge 7. And my son Chris and Jose and Chad were out picking limbs that had been trimmed up and hauling them off. But that's kind of how my day goes a lot of times. It's like today, when I get done, I'll be going back to the office, uploading this video, this vlog, and taking care of a few things that I have to take care of, and hopefully get to spend some time with my wife. We went and dined together today, and that sounds strange, but that will be and is the highlight of my day today. That and watching things in the parlor with her on the television. But I've had a lot of time today that I've been in reflection and deep thinking, and that's where I'm at right now. It's why I seem a little disjointed doing this vlog. But anyway, to all of those who are watching this, know that I love you, I do, and know that I pray for you. I pray for everybody every day that I can think of. I actually do. And my friend Jeremy and Amanda Kincaid, their dog got run over by a car yesterday, so I've been praying for them. They're quite torn up about it. You know, so you never know when death is going to take someone or something, and I consider dogs a someone, not a thing. You know, a loved one. And there are those that love an animal more than they love people, and I understand that. But all that being said, know that this crippled old fat guy loves you with his whole heart. I actually do, and I want God to bless you. I actually do. I pray for you. I actually do, and I want you to be kind. Concentrate on being kind. That right there, that is the type handle I'm talking about, but it won't be anywhere near that nice, but I've got to put something like that in my van. Love all of you. God bless you, and bye.